I moved into my new apartment because it was cheap. Way too cheap for the area. When I asked the landlord about it, he just said it had been vacant for years, so he gave me a discount. I didn't ask why. I really should have. The very first night, I heard footsteps. They were coming from the apartment right above me. Slow, dragging footsteps. It sounded like someone was pacing back and forth for hours on end. I tried not to think much of it. It's an old building. The floors are probably thin. Just normal apartment stuff, right? But the next morning, I happened to mention it to my landlord. He frowned and told me, "There's no one living above you. That unit is completely sealed off." I laughed nervously, assuming he was joking with the new tenant. But the look on his face told me he was dead serious. That night, the footsteps came back. Only this time, they weren't just pacing. They were running. Heavy, frantic footsteps sprinting from one side of the apartment to the other, back and forth, over and over again. Then, at around 3 in the morning, the running just stopped, and something started knocking on my ceiling. A slow, rhythmic tapping, like knuckles on the floor directly above my bed. I didn't sleep a wink. The next day, I practically begged the landlord to let me see the empty unit upstairs. He really didn't want to, saying it wasn't safe, but I insisted until he caved. He unlocked the door, and the apartment was completely empty. No furniture, no footprints in the thick layer of dust. Just dust and silence, except for one spot. On the floor, directly above where my bedroom would be, there were long drag marks in the dust, like someone had been pulled across the floor. That night, I tried to ignore the noises. I put in headphones. I turned up the TV, anything to drown it out. But around 3 a.m., my phone lit up. It was a notification from the building's security system. Motion detected. Unit 3B, the sealed unit. Just as I read it, I heard a new sound. It wasn't footsteps this time. It was breathing, a deep, wet breathing, and it was coming from inside my bedroom wall. Then, from the ceiling right above me, a voice whispered, "Let me down." I didn't look up. I didn't even think. I grabbed my keys, bolted out of that apartment, and never, ever went back. The landlord called me the next day, furious that I'd left my front door wide open. But he stopped mid-sentence, his voice dropping to a whisper. He asked me, "Did you go upstairs again last night?" I told him no. There was a long, chilling pause on the line. And then he said, "Then why is the dust disturbed all the way to your door?"